It's a huge week here on our farm in Northern Portugal because we are going to announce at the end of this video the winner to our recent competition. In case you missed it, we released a competition 2 weeks ago asking everybody to tell us about their dream playground ideas. Depending on how many likes they got, we're going to pick a winner. And John is going to build that playground for our two little boys, Crusoe and Sawyer. Thank you so much to everybody who took the time to enter, especially those of you who took the time to draw us your designs and email them to us. It meant the absolute world. If you're new here, we are renovating this abandoned farm in Northern Portugal into our dream off-grid homestead, and we would love to have you join us. So if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's completely free and very easy to do. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoy the video and leave us a comment and tell us where you are and what you enjoyed about it. We love hearing from you. There's been so much going on as always, so before we announce one of the competition, let's tell you what we've been up to this week on the farm.
Going to show Mummy what we bought.
Flowers.
Yeah, flowers. What have you got there, Crusoe? Hey? What hands? That hand. Do we need those?
So the boys have been at the garden centre this morning and they've come back with some serious treasures.
We were supposed to go and buy wood for shelves, but then we got sort of distracted.
That is the plant that Crusoe specially selected. Hey bud, can you manage? What's happened? Okay. Do you need help?
No, mine.
Okay. It's a pretty one, my boy. I'm very impressed with your choices. Can I help you? It's heavy, hey. Do you want Mummy to carry it?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. Can't wait to see what this looks like in the summer. So this has basically been where Crusoe and John have been working for the last week and they've loved it. They've been down early in the mornings, they've been down late in the evenings, they've been out pretty much all day. Every time they go out to go and get stuff, which is something that they do together, they come back with another carload full of plants. And I bought some packs of seeds and vegetables and flowers and things, and we're just excited to get everything in the ground. It feels amazing. Is Daddy digging a hole? Ants. Are you helping? Crusoe's off to a sandpit to get a spade so that he can come and help. Yeah? You're going to go and help? Okay, go get your spade, quickly. That one's a bit of a showstopper, love, isn't it?
I love it, yeah. So,
do you know what I love about this kind of planting is the instant gratification. I'm sure it's going to come when we're growing our own things, but I do love to go to a garden centre and buy like ready-made plants, put them in, and then it like instantly looks great.
I like seeds. I like growing things from seed a lot. It's always more for me satisfying. So we'll be planting our flower seeds really soon, and I'll be looking also for perennials to seed so that we can grow something that continues to come back year after year after year. Right, Crusoe, we need some leaves. Can you get some leaves with me?
Yeah, perfect.
Get some leaves, Crusoe. Get some leaves. Let's pop some leaves in the bottom there for it. Put a few more in there. Okay, out to come. We're going to put the plant in now. Ah, dude. On the flower. Okay, that's enough. And that, everybody, is how it is when you're planting a flower with Crusoe helping you out. No! No, don't do that. That's dangerous.
A huge thanks to Wondershare Filmora 12 for sponsoring this video. Last week, we asked you all to share with us some of your favourite upcoming YouTube channels. Starting to edit your own videos can sometimes feel really daunting and overwhelming. And what you may or may not know about us is that we still film everything for our channel on our iPhones. For us, it's about keeping things simple and, most importantly, making sure that everything stays fun. So if you've been thinking of starting your own YouTube channel or just editing some videos for your own memory bank, but you don't know where to start, well, we think the Wondershare Filmora 12 editing software would be a great place for you to start. Wondershare Filmora 12 is a video editor that empowers you to be able to edit video and audio on your device from anywhere. It's a great option for beginners because it's super user-friendly and has some amazing new features that produce incredibly high-quality videos. Here are some of our favorites. The first one is something called adjustment layering. Now, when I'm editing a video, I have lots of different clips, and often it's quite fiddly to jump through them to make them all look the same, color graded, and have the same sort of features to them. Well, with the Wondershare Filmora 12 adjustment layering, I can make the adjustments I need to make to my clips in one adjustment layer, drop it into my timeline, and it applies it to all of the clips at once. There's also a very snazzy AI audio stretch function. It changes the length of the music clip that I want to use and also assists with any transitions between different music tracks throughout the video. But my all-time favorite feature is that you can use it on multiple devices. So not only could I sit here on my laptop and edit, but I could also do it on my phone. So if you're feeling inspired, which I hope you are, to start editing your own videos, please click on the link in our description to try out Wondershare Filmora 12 for free from anywhere on any device. We so hope you enjoy it. So John and Crusoe have been spending a fair bit, well, if not all, of their time outside at the moment, because it's just so sunny and lovely. And John's really, really loving getting lots and lots of bulbs, flowers, seeds, and all sorts into the ground so that we can start having something of a garden as soon as spring and summer rolls around. Anyway, John obviously recently finished the kitchen, which just looks so beautiful, and it's so wonderful to spend time in. We're just having... You know, I said to John this morning, you know, we live in a 3-room house, not a 3-bedroom house, a 3-room house. We have a bathroom, a bedroom, and a kitchen lounge, and it's perfect. It's all we need. We don't need any more because it is all being built so lovingly, and there's been so much thought gone into how it is and how it's laid out. And I don't know, we're just feeling really, really grateful and really, really happy with it all. But it's been a fun week of kind of finishing touches and making sure that their shelves have gone up where they needed to go up and finishing cupboards and all of that sort of thing. I have one project I've been putting off for ages, which I'm going to do now. I just came to the garage to get the glue I need, but it's locked. So I've got to go and get the keys. But it's a really exciting little kind of touch to the design. I'll tell you about it in a second. Let me go and get the keys. I'm a little bit embarrassed to admit, I have no idea which key it is. Success! When we first arrived here, this not garage of ours was such a mess. It was just full of stuff, and that had just been kind of left here by the previous owners. And it took us ages to clear it out. And it was like, it just wasn't one of those fun jobs, you know, where everything is just old and dirty and had been here a really long time. And there was like mummified spiders hanging from the roof and everything. Really not my scene. But anyway, it seems to be getting that way again. So I think we might have to make that a project for the coming weeks, is to get this place looking tip-top again. We need to get the table back out now that it's stopped raining, and then John can stop using it as a workbench. It's quite a special table, which I'll tell you about in a second, because the bit that's in the table is something I'm about to work on again and use more of. But I can't find the glue I'm looking for. Turns out it didn't need to go to the garage. Anyway. I feel like I've just exposed John's messy workshop for no need. This is what I was looking for, and it was in the house all along. So last year, shortly after we arrived on the farm, we took a trip to Morocco. Part of it was because we needed a bit of time out of the EU, because John didn't have his D7 visa yet, but the other part was because we really wanted to go shopping. The souks of Marrakesh are world famous for all sorts of really cool trinkets, and I was excited to experience it for the first time. And one of the things that we really wanted to find were some really pretty tiles that we could use for various projects around the house. So last year, in the summer, John built a table out of what remained of our wine press in our bodega, and there was a gap where the kind of press part went into the table, and we filled that with these little tiles which we bought in Marrakesh. We've had a pile of them sitting waiting to find a home, and I think I found it for them. We need a splashback behind the sink, so I've just been arranging them, and I think they look fab, so I'm going to stick them on. I haven't told John about this particular plan, so which is quite an unusual thing. I don't usually just branch off and do things without asking him first, and neither does he do that without asking me first. Everything we do here is a bit of a team effort, but I think this looks really cool, and I think it'd be a really nice surprise for him to walk in and see it without expecting it. So let's get sticking. Mum life. Just as I was about to get started, there was a little squeak from upstairs, and Zoya is awake. So I'm going to try and crack on, because I really want this to be a surprise for John. What can we do with you, little man? Let me get this little guy comfortable, and then hopefully I can make some progress. Does that be okay? Yeah? Good boy. Okay, I think we have a happy baby. Zoya, are you happy? So let's crack on. So the first thing I did was measure the middle point for the tiles. So I've marked it there, and I've got those two that are going to start the center, and I'm going to work out from there to hopefully make sure that it's symmetrical on either side. I'm not even sure if John's going to approve of my choice of blue. But anyway, you know, needs must. Really hard. I don't really know how much to put on it either. Anyway, I'm gonna go with that much and see how it goes. Well, no going back now. Here's the first one on the wall. John's just called me from down below the window.
Tara, are you there? Crusoe calls his mum Tara every now and then when she's out of earshot.
Tell me that he's off to buy some pipes for the project that him and Crusoe are doing.
All right, I got to go to Mormel. I've got to go to the shops, pick up some pipe. Crusoe's going to carry on digging, he says.
And asked what I was up to. I didn't tell him though, so it's still going to be a surprise. I think he's about to head off, so hopefully by the time he comes back, I'm all done. You won't believe it. The glue's just run out. Oh well. I have 2 more tiles left to do. I was so close to having this project completed. And now I have to wait for John to get back. See if we have another tube of it. At least he'll have like the opportunity to give his opinion before it's completely finished, I suppose. Every cloud has a silver lining and all that jazz, right? Ah, man, so close. Anyway, the car is still here. So he hasn't actually gone to the shops yet. So I think I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet, tell him what I'm up to, and see if we have another tube of glue. Him and Crusoe are down here on the lawn, having a jolly old time. There you are. What you doing? I thought you were going to the shops. Okay, I'm coming down. I'm on my way.
Yeah, so Crusoe, even through bribery, refused to head to the shops with me. He was just having too much fun digging. So I've been noticing as I've been walking around. Hang on, Crusoe, can you dig a hole over here?
I'm not going to lie, love. Have you just planted weeds in our flower bed?
Yeah, so I'm not sure, but I think these are oxtail daisies. I think that's what they're called anyway.
Okay.
They grow about this tall.
Right.
With a nice white daisy flower on the top.
Okay.
And I absolutely love them. I think they look really, really pretty, but I do know that a lot of people don't like them because they like to seed everywhere and they go all over the place and they're quite difficult to control, kind of like bamboo. But bamboo doesn't look particularly pretty. Oxtail daisies do look very, very pretty in my mind anyway. Not 100% sure that they are what I think they are. If they look really rubbish, we can just dig them up and put them in the bin.
That's true, in the compost. Yeah. I've been up to something.
What?
But I need your help.
Okay.
You know those tiles we bought in Morocco?
Yeah.
I've been doing something with them.
All right.
But the glue that I was using,
yeah,
I think it's glue.
Okay, that's interesting.
It's finished. So I need your help. Wow, buddy. Is it a baby plant? Yeah, did Daddy dig it there?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it definitely wasn't wood glue that you were sticking tiles with then, because there's lots of that.
Why would I use wood glue though, darling? The tiles are not made of wood.
Okay, comments below why you think Tara might use a wood glue to stick a tile. I don't know.
So, could you come and help me, please, just quickly?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, come and look what we've been doing, me and Sawyer.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Oh, wow. They're very pretty, aren't they? Tiles.
Do you like it there?
Yeah, I do.
So, you know we were talking about needing a splashback.
Hang on, they're not quite level.
Oh, dear.
Brilliant, darling. Well done, you.
You like it?
Yeah, it looks fab.
Good.
Really lovely way to use those tiles.
Isn't it? Because they've just been sitting in the knot garage for ages.
Okay.
So I thought I'd just get on with putting them somewhere.
Yeah, good for you. They look great.
So now, how do I get more glue out of that tube? Because I literally just need more glue for 2 tiles.
We just changed the tube.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have we got another one?
Yeah, let's go do it.
Thank you.
There we go, done.
Yay! Thank
All
you. Last 2 going on.
I think that's going to work perfectly.
Yay! Look at that!
Love it. Well
Oh,
done,
it
you.
looks really cool, doesn't it?
Cracking job. Okay, here we are. This is the new project. This is what we're going to turn into a tiny home. This roof, that's got to go. That'll be the first job to take that off. And then after that, we've got to work out a way to weatherproof it, to make it so that it's all nicely sealed in here, that no rain is going to get in, and also we're going to need a little bit more light in here as well. Hopefully we're going to be able to get a solar system all hooked up in here so that the electrics are taken care of. And the deadline for doing all of this is pretty much the end of March. So we haven't got very long to do it. Lots to do. A lot of these tiles, they're all pretty good, so I'm going to be saving them and putting them back on once I've waterproofed the roof. They just need cleaning up a little bit. Okay, so the roof starts to come off bit by bit. I think those tiles, a lot of them are going to be difficult to reuse, to be honest. They're looking a bit gnarly. It might change when we get into the middle of the roof, but there's lots of unknowns here. The first unknown is I've never worked with a roof that's made from cement before, so I'm not quite sure what kind of a membrane we're supposed to put underneath that to watertight it, to make it watertight, or even if there is such a thing. So I'm going to have to look at that. Obviously, without a membrane, you might end up with situations like this right here, where there are holes and gaps in the ceiling, in the roof, which let water in. We don't want that. So not really sure what I'm doing here. Some local builder advice would be really handy. And I think a scaffolding would be quite handy too. So we're going to need to build ourselves a little bit of a scaffolding here. We'll get that sorted out so that it's not dangerous to take that roof off. And then we can start taking the tiles off from the inside, bit by bit, just straight away, straight down. Hi, my darling.
Hello, love. How you doing?
I've got a job for you. That's where Crusoe got to. I heard him calling earlier.
You've been reading books?
All right, okay. Can you come and help?
Is on your head?
Oh, it's the cobwebs, man. Ooh, check that out, guys.
Have you been in the tiny house?
I have been in the tiny house. I think we need some help.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's climbing back. I don't have to go in there, do I?
Yeah, you got it.
No.
Yeah. Okay, let's have a look. Show me.
This is not going to be my favourite project.
Yeah, it'd be a good one in the end. It'll be a good one in the end. So, last time I was here, we basically started on the roof. I started taking the tiles off, and then I was like, I'm going to go and get Tara to help. But of course, Tara was busy with the kids, so that didn't really work out to plan. I'm just going to crack on and do it on my own for as much as I possibly can. It's going to be slower with one set of hands than it would be with two, but that's okay. That's how these things work out. I, for one, am particularly excited to see how this goes. So first things first, let's get that roof off. Let's see where we end up at the end of today. All right, so we're slowly getting through this rather gnarly job. I don't mind jobs too much like this, you know, it's fairly monotonous, a little bit dull, nothing too exciting, but you know, it's kind of like cleaning the kitchen. You start and it all looks really ugly and there's tomato sauce all up the walls and you know, everything's a bit hectic. And then you carry on and suddenly everything's all nice and white and sparkly again until Crusoe comes along. But there is that moment of absolute reward where you can see change, where you can see success. And that's what this looks like, you know. And actually, as I'm here and I'm looking up with you guys at the angle that I've just started shooting, you know, can you imagine lying, looking at that view with the stars sparkling? And, you know, this is properly dark where we are here, so you see them really well. Stars, pine trees. Oh, it's going to be beautiful, isn't it? I might want to move here myself. All right, that's the last one. We've got all the tiles off the roof now, and we can really see what kind of a space this is. The next question is, what kind of a roof are we going to put back on there? You do have the question, underneath trees like that, whether tiled roofs are the right thing to go with, or whether something maybe made out of a hardened plastic would be a better fit. So I think I'll take a trip to Leroy Merlin, have a quick look there, and see what they've got. Also, before we start doing anything, I'm going to want to make sure that I have a chit chat with Tara and talk to her a little bit about how she wants to set up, because the final setup of how this room is going to be will very much influence how the roof is going to be. Wait for Tara. Oh, that couldn't be better timing. Have a look at that. She's just got home. Hello, my darling.
Sawyer does not love the car.
Really?
He's just screamed all the way from town.
Is Crusoe asleep?
Crusoe's asleep.
Okay.
What are you up to? Oh my gosh, the whole roof is gone.
Yeah,
Nice
the
work.
whole roof is gone.
Most of it's on your jumper.
Yes, it is.
We try and get the boys into bed.
You get them in bed. I'm covered in cobwebs,
Okay.
spiders. All right, and then we'll have a look at that house. I've got some ideas. What we've got at the moment is, this is a budget job, right?
Yeah.
We're doing this for less than $500.
Yeah.
So the thing about it is, these tiles are all cracked and they've broken because of the stuff that's falling from the trees up there.
Right.
I'm thinking exactly what you're thinking, skylight,
Yeah.
right? So where do you think the bed should go?
Yeah, definitely, so that you can lie in bed and look at the view.
So we lie there and then we look up at the stars.
It's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So what's next?
We need to get all of these tiles out of here.
Okay.
We need to give the place a really good sweep and clean it, because that will help dry it.
Okay.
And then we need to put the roof back on.
Okay.
And then we can start thinking about windows.
Do you want to start moving them then?
Yeah, let's do it. Hello, Crusoe. He comes to help. Come Come on, little man. Mum says lunch is ready. Time to go. Do what? We come back after lunch, eh, buddy? We are going to have a think about the budget for this project or how we do the roof. I'm going to talk to Tara about it right now, but we'll see what the right thing to do is.
So, on my phone, I have got the winner of our recent competition.
If your dad or mum could have built you anything as a child, what would it have been? And why?
I love what's won, and it's certainly going to keep you very busy.
Yeah, I know, crazy.
So, before we announce the winner, I just wanted to make a few mentions of those of you that got more than 100 likes on your suggestion.
Incredible.
So cool. So the first one, Flibbity Gibbet.
You've been around for as long as
Almost as long as we have.
Yeah, so thank you so much, friend.
Thank you. Crusoe and Soy have two things in common, literally speaking. Love that. Ships, boats and adventure. And I'm thinking a bit about Tumbleweed. So the big idea is sort of a reasonably scaled ship's hull at one end with a mast to climb.
Yeah.
And a family-designed newbie pirate flag at the top.
Yes. With Think
With
Big,
a little
Be Brave, Explore on it.
A little crow's nest for a lookout. The upper deck would of course have a ship's wheel to steer the ship, and fun things like big panels of latches, etc, etc. We got 102 likes.
Wow.
At 139 likes was Andrea. I would have loved a hobbit type house covered with grass that you could climb up on one side and have a slide down the other.
Oh my goodness.
From Michaela, she got 127 likes.
What?
As a Portuguese that also grew up on a farm and loved to pretend, I made cakes with old pots and sand with my friends, and I see how Crusoe loves to recreate and interact with what you do. So I think it would be pretty fun to build a small not garage.
Love it.
Where he can put all of his farm toys, draw their own projects with their friends, and play with their mini trucks during the rainy days, with a small garden around that will be only for them.
Brilliant. So basically Crusoe's second favourite place in the world is the Not Garage.
First favourite place is the sandpit. And the last runner-up was Hetty, who got 111 likes. A combination of all the things you mentioned, but the most important item is a swing. I loved it when I was a child. We would go to visit my grandparents in the north of the Netherlands twice a year. We lived in the south. There was a playground with a big swing and I loved it. I still have fun memories of it and I treasure it. So no matter what you build, there has to be a big swing.
I agree 100%. There needs to be a swing. There will be a swing. So, who won?
The winner, by a long while, was Karen VT, who got 228 likes.
What?
And 17 comments.
Okay, so what are we doing?
So she knew exactly the playground she wanted as a child.
Okay.
She grew up watching reruns of The Adventures of the Swiss Family Robinson.
Brilliant.
A show about a family shipwrecked on a deserted island.
Thank you, Karen.
They built the most amazing treehouse home. As a child, I didn't just want to play there, I wanted to live there. It would fit right in with the natural theme of your farm, built to be set in nature and part of nature. You could start with a treehouse and incorporate other play areas off of there. In the show, they had a large ship captain's wheel that would raise the stairs, but wouldn't it be fun to have a captain's wheel for the boys' imagination to turn their treehouse that day into a ship on the high seas? I'd have a cargo net to climb up one side, trapdoors, monkey bars, suspension bridges, swings, tire swings, underneath the sandpit. When they get older, install zip lines. For me, it would all be about making it look part of nature, and just off to one side, a nice mom and dad area with a comfy swinging bench for you two to sit and watch the adventures.
I blooming love that.
Isn't
that
it amazing?
Sounds so... Do you know, I remember watching Swiss Family Robinson when I was a kid too, and you know, films like that alongside books like Robinson Crusoe, they definitely sent me off on the path that I headed off on.
Yeah.
And So wonderful. Really delighted.
So much, Karen, and congratulations.
We'll be sending you.
You are the winner.
Yeah, well, you are the winner. Not only do you have the accolade of being the winner of another newbies competition, but we'll also be sending you a piece of merch. So if you can send us an email. Yeah.
Please, with your address and what you would like, we will get that in the post to you as soon as possible. And in the coming weeks, months, we're going to build that playground.
Yeah, we'll definitely be cracking on with that. First of all, we've got a tiny home to finish. That shouldn't take too long, fingers crossed. Otherwise, people who are visiting us won't have anywhere to stay. But then
we've got a greenhouse to build. We've got a vegetable garden to get going, and then we're going to get started on a playground.
Load of flowers in the ground, and then we'll get started on it. Well, that's it for this week.
I think it better be.
Yeah.
So thank you, as always, for watching. If you haven't already, please do remember to hit that subscribe button. It's completely free and very easy to do. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Leave us a comment. Tell us what you think of the winning entry and everything we got up to this week.
So we'll see you next week when we continue with the tiny home.
I hope you're not just continuing, darling. You probably need to be finishing.
All right. Well, Crusoe, do you want to come and say thank you very much to Karen? Not bye-bye.
Can you say thank
Come and
you?
say thank you to Karen. Well done, Crusoe. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Karen. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.